I am David Wilson, City Manager for the City of West Hollywood. I completed my undergraduate studies at the University of California, Berkeley, where I received a Bachelor's of Arts degree in Political Economy of Industrial Societies. I received a Master's of Planning degree from the University of Southern California, where my concentration was Economic and Community Development. I've continued my education throughout my career, receiving certificates of completion from Harvard University's Leadership Decision-Making Program, the University of Virginia's Senior Executive Institute, and the International City County Management Association's Leadership ICMA program. I believe that continuing your education is important in any career. I like to think of West Hollywood as my first real grown-up job. I started working for the city as an intern in grad school. Since then, I've worked in the areas of economic development, redevelopment, project management, affordable housing, labor relations, legislation, payroll, budget, risk management, debt administration, and internal operations. So I've been fortunate to do a lot in one organization. What typically happens in most days of the week? So during the COVID-19 pandemic, we implemented what we call mindful moments. This is a voluntary daily Microsoft Teams meeting. The rest of the day is typically filled with meetings. I scheduled weekly and bi-weekly meetings with various teams to receive and provide updates and information. The teams may include our executive team or management team, human resources, or key staff on a specific topic or project. The goal of these regular scheduled meetings is to blow out the match before the fire starts. In response to the COVID-19 pandemic, we started having weekly calls with our business community as well. These are calls with our Chamber of Commerce, our Travel and Tourism Board, and select businesses. And then lastly, we have our City Council meetings, and those are the first and third Monday of every month. These are the days that I really get to earn my salary. I also have weekly and bi-weekly meetings with individual council members if they want to. This is to provide them updates and talk about any individual concerns. And then in between all the meetings, there's the occasional fire that we do have to deal with. The thing that really motivates me to get out of bed in the morning is our employees. I'm a huge fan of collaboration and a true believer in open door policy. I thoroughly enjoy when one of our employees comes to me with a well thought out idea and then they do the work to actually make it a reality. I'm also a strong believer in mentorship, not only within our organization, but the government profession as a whole. We have a lot of great young talent in our organization and in the field of local government. Just to watch them grow and accomplish their goals is what really motivates me. So in the last year, the city has joined the Government Alliance on Racial Equity. We established an Employee Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Committee. We adopted definitions for diversity, equity, inclusion, and racial equity. And just last week, we had author Dr. Robin DiAngelo, the writer of White Fragility, provide a social justice training for all of our city staff, council members, commissioners, and advisory board members. So diversity is really on the top of our minds, as I'm sure it is with many government agencies. But workplace diversity is always important, but it's even more important for local governments because we are making policy for diverse communities. And if we're not, we should be. Building a team or an organization of people with different cultural backgrounds means different learning styles, different ways of problem solving, and different perspectives for solutions. And so it also provides a wider pool of resources, skills, and opinions, and ultimately creates an environment that fosters respect for others, regardless of those differences. Even though we are a small city in the greater Los Angeles region, we've been able to implement policies that impact decisions on the national and state levels. But my job as city manager is to ensure that we are providing services that impact the daily lives of our constituents in the West Hollywood community. Whether it's filling a pothole, making sure our parks are clean and safe, providing assistance to community members experiencing homelessness, or helping a business keep its doors open. The things that we do and decisions we make as a local government has a direct impact on the daily lives of our community members. And especially now with everything that's going on in the country and the world, feeling safe and happy in the community that you call home is more important than ever. don't take a public sector job unless you want to serve the public. Most of the work that we do, from the accountant to the mail clerk to the planner to the city manager, can be done in private sector businesses. We don't make widgets or software or anything else. Our end product is public service. So once you make the decision to work in the public sector, the first question you should ask yourself before starting any project or task is, how does this serve this community?